Hello guys, this is your girl Diva Fashionista bringing you another video. Now this is going to be a little different for me. This is going to be a story time. I basically had this idea because I was looking at my channel and I was seeing like some of my bag videos are pretty popular, and it's easy to be like, well, let me go buy another one and do another video. So easy. But for me, 2021, I'm trying to secure the bag, and I'm trying to be more financially responsible. So that made me think about this purchase. Now, when I thought about it, I decided to come onto YouTube and see if anyone else has done this video, because I hadn't heard or watched any prior to. And so as I started watching videos, I realized my purpose for this was going to be a little bit different from some of the videos that I've seen. A lot of the videos that I've seen, like the person had a lot of bags and they were kind of listing it and listing their reasons why they didn't like the bag. And a lot of it was, oh, once I got it, I just buy it anymore. So I just didn't like it, the color, or, it just doesn't fit in my lifestyle, or it's this bag versus that bag versus, no. This bag taught me a lesson, and I want to share it with you. It's this bag right here. Now, I tried to stuff it, but I guess I didn't put enough in there because it usually just hangs. I don't even know what I did with the duster. I didn't keep any of that, and you're going to hear why. So now this is, I don't know if you could tell. If you can tell, there's going to be just certain things that, that they do to let you know that this bag is authentic. It's an authentic Gucci bag. I'm going to tell you the story from start to finish, and I'm trying to be quick. So I purchased this bag. It's over 10 years ago. I was at home, still living at home, and yeah, I was working, and to me, I was gainfully employed. I don't know what you would consider gainfully employed, but in my mind, I was gainfully employed. I was earning my own money, and I was, at the time, I'm still that girl. I'm still a Coach bag and shoe girl. I still love it. That's just what I like. So at the time, I had a few Coach bags and shoes, but I really wanted to just take it to the next level and really just stunt on some hoes. Yes, that's where my mind was. I was just ready to stunt. So I'm like, what else can I stunt with Gucci? Like, I've always wanted a Gucci bag. Who didn't? Like, so I was like, I'm gonna get a Gucci bag. And so I wasn't as internet savvy, and YouTube wasn't what it is today. So now, if we're in the market for a bag, you just go into the search bar, you type the brand, or you might even have an idea of what bag you want at this point, because it's just different times. And you search, you might look at some pictures, or you like watch some videos. But at the time, I just kind of just like, I know I want a Gucci bag. And I think I Googled where was the Gucci store. So they came up, and I decided I was going to the flagship, because you couldn't tell me anything. I was going to the flagship, girl, here in, well, I live in the Bronx now, but the time I lived in Harlem, so in Manhattan, the borough, Manhattan, I decided I was going to the NYC Gucci flagship, and that I did. So on that it was a Sunday. I remember, this is so crazy that I'm now filming this on a Sunday. Happy Valentine's Day. And it was a Sunday, and I decided that I wanted to look like I belonged. So I put a cardigan on, I put slacks on, and then I had my nice little Coach little loafers on, and my little matching bag. And I walked in, and I was so nervous because I felt like they wouldn't think I belonged. So I said hello to the guard. I said hi to the guard. He said hi to me, welcomed me, and held the door. And I came in, and it was busy. It was Sunday, it was busy. And I didn't expect this to be busy, because I had worked retail at the time, and Sunday wasn't our busiest day by a stretch, by far. And so it was busy. I was kind of shocked. I went over, I looked around, I did like kind of lap around the store, and I realized where the handbags were, the purses were. And I went over to the counter, and I looked around, and this one gentleman was helping multiple people, because again, like I said, it was busy. So he said hello to me. I said hello, and I looked in the case, and I looked around. I decided what I want. So by the time he came to me, I don't remember his name, sorry, it's so long ago. But by the time he came to me, he said, hey, is there anything I can help you with? So I was like, I'll take that one. So yeah, I wasn't playing no games. So now the other ladies, they were kind of like making him bring a bag, and they look at it and they open and then they try it on. You gotta try the bag on. It still just sits perfectly, right? I hope y'all can see me. But it like sits perfect. It's like perfect. And I like that it had like the red and green, so you knew what it is, coming or going. Like, you know, I really like that. That time I felt like if I'm buying something expensive, you're gonna know that it's expensive. But so the other ladies were like examining each purse. Every time he brought it, they looked, they examined it, put it back, and they decide, or they hold up too. So I was just like, I'll take that one. So he's like, would you like to see that one? I said, no, I'll just take it. And so I remember the ladies, it was like ladies on either side of me. They kind of just looked, and it was like, who does she think she is? Like, who is this? Like, you're just going to come in and just buy a purse. No fuss, no muss. No, I knew what I wanted. So he pulled it out just so I could see it, and I was like, yeah, I'll take it. So he's like, you know, how are you going to pay? So I was like, I'll pay my card. I gave him my card. And he went to the back, and I'm sure I took my ID out because I knew the ID was coming. So I just I handed both over without him even asking. He went to the back. It seemed like forever he was in the back, and the ladies are still kind of, as they mull over their purses, and I'm just waiting, and I'm so nervous. I'm like sitting there nervous, like, because I didn't feel like I belonged or whatever. So he came back after what seemed like forever, and I had to sign the slip, and he handed me. Now he was so nice. Here's my card. Thank you so much. If you need anything else, just let me know. You could come back and just give me a call, or if you eye anything else, maybe we'll get you in a wallet to go with your purse. Just let me know when you're ready, and I'll be glad to help you. And I'm like, all right, okay, thank you. I never did get a wallet, girl. I'm not going to even lie to you. So I took my bag, and I was so proud, and I was so happy, and I was going back towards the exit, and so the guard, he's like, all right now. He said something to that. I was like, okay, you got yourself up. I was like, yes. He's like, well, you enjoy. Good seeing you. Hope to see you come back soon. I was like, all right, thank you. Felt on top of the world. That feeling. You guys know what that feeling. If you ever like shop or purchase something that you really wanted, you know that high that you get. all the shopaholics unite. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That high, and you're so happy. I was so happy, so pleased with my purchase. I get my purchase home. I admire it. I remember hiding the shopping bag. I kept the shopping bag, but I hid it. I don't know why. I don't know why. So I'm sorry, I'm chuckling because this was a different time. So I have my bag, and I go and I start wearing my bag. And as I'm wearing my bag, the reaction was pretty similar. It was like, whoa, you have a Gucci bag? And I'm like, oh yeah. Like, I remember starting to feel embarrassed because everyone was just like, you have a Gucci bag? How much did that cost? Where did you get that? Why do you have a Gucci bag? I would never spend that type of money on a bag. Why did you buy that? Oh my goodness. They were making such a big deal about it that I started feeling self-conscious about it. And I was just like, it's fake. I got it from Canal Street. Now, if you're from New York, you know it's not the same. You can't go to Canal anymore. But that was just my go-to. I went to Canal. It's a knockoff. Don't worry about it. And they're like, no, that's a real bag. We can tell. You can tell when someone has a real bag. Like, why do you have a Gucci bag? And so I remember having that experience with my friends or people around me, and I wore it to work. My coworkers was having the same, like reaction, and I was just like, maybe I shouldn't wear the bag to work. Maybe I look crazy wearing it to work. So I'm only going to wear it on special occasions. So, or when I'm going out or something like that, when it calls for it. And even my mom had a problem with it. Like, I told my cousin. My cousin was like, Auntie is upset you got a Gucci bag. And I'm like, what? No, girl, I got that from Canal. She was like, girl, I seen your bag. It's real. Stop it. Don't feel bad. And that's one thing she said to me. Don't feel bad for working hard and buying something that you want. long as your bills is paid, long as you're doing what was required of you, and you're doing what auntie asks of you, then it's nothing really to feel bad for. You work hard, you purchase something that you wanted. So I felt a little better, but I still had it in my head that I wasn't going to wear the bag out just casually. Like, so it was a few weeks later. I feel like it was less than a month. At most, it was a month after I purchased this bag. Maybe a month after. And my boyfriend at the time came over. And we were going to watch movies. We're in my living room. And my mom was home. She was in her room. And we were going to watch movies together. And so I was in the kitchen. And I heard my boyfriend at the time go, "Oh, shit." And I was like, what? What happened? What's wrong? And he's like I came into the living room. He's like sitting on the couch looking like shocked and scared. And I'm like, what? He was like, "D, your couch broke." And I'm like, "My couch broke? What do you mean?" Like, I'm looking at it like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Your couch, like, it broke." And so he stands up and he moves the cushion, and lo and behold, like, you can see the indentation where he sat down. Basically, the wood, the planks in the couch broke. It gave out. And I was just like, oh, shoot. So we just kind of like, we went to the love seat or whatever like that. I put it back, and I just didn't say anything. Like, I waited until he was gone, and I think I told my mom maybe the next day, like, "Ma, the couch broke. Oh my gosh, look." So I showed her. She was just like, "Oh, okay." Like, "Oh, all right." And so I just kind of expected, just like, even though I'm an adult, I still was living at home. Like, that was just for her to handle. So it was like a few days later, and I'm like waiting for her to be like, "All right, let's go, put your coat on. We're going to go out, and we're going to," well, it was like spring, summer, because I remember all I had on was a cardigan when I bought it. But so I just expected her to like, "Grab your things, let's go. We're going to go to the furniture store." It's like a week passed, nothing. 2 weeks passed. I'm like, she still ain't mentioned going to the furniture store. 3 weeks passed. I'm like, okay, when we get a new couch? Because the couch is broken. Like, "Ma, the couch is broken. Like, what's going on here?" So I didn't bring up the subject again, because I know my mom, she could be temperamental. So I was not going to bring it up again. But I started this going shopping on my own. And I looked around. I went to furniture stores, and I went in, and I started noticing that, like, a sofa, that's a standard sofa, similar to what we had, cost about $500. You want to know what else cost $500? This, at the time that I purchased it, was $500. I would love to see what a bag this size, like this similar style, would cost in 2021. But at the time when I purchased it, it was $500 before tax. I forgot what it was after tax, because even tax was lower than. Anyway, that's another story. So I'm going shopping, and I'm like, okay, a couch is like $500. I'm looking at my account. My credit card has about $200 on it, and I think I had about $200 in the bank. Long story short, I couldn't purchase a couch, and I felt like it was going to be my responsibility to purchase a couch, because obviously my mom couldn't do it, and it kind of was my fault that the couch was broke. Well, it probably would have given out anyway, regardless of who sat on it, because it was time to get a new one. But I just realized that my purse cost what the couch would cost, and I immediately regret it. If I didn't regret buying this bag already, that situation made me regret buying this bag, because I would have much rather have done something for my household, for my mom, than have a bag that I wasn't even really wearing. I can honestly say I've worn this bag less than 20 times in the time that I've owned it, because it just brought me back to such a bad time, between the reactions from people like, "Girl, why you got a Gucci bag?" and then my couch breaking and not being in a position to purchase a new couch. It just put me in a bad space. So I wouldn't really wear this bag. I'm honestly, I wore it probably less than 20 times in the time that I've owned it. And yeah, it just made me feel like I shouldn't have purchased it. And this bag, it did teach me a lesson, because I said to myself that, like, I would never purchase something that expensive again if I didn't have X amount of money. So this bag, which is one of the reasons why I kept it, because before the pre-love market really was a thing, like, I probably wouldn't have thought, and I probably was within time enough to go take it back to the Gucci store, but I just would not be that embarrassed by taking it back. Like, "Here, I can't afford this, take it back. Like, no, I wouldn't have done that. Like, the pride I felt in purchasing it, I really wouldn't have gone back and then said, no, here, take it back. That never crossed my mind. That never was an option at the time. But this guy made me have the rule that I still have to this day. I call it my ×3 or my ×5 rule. Now, I buy nothing unless I can buy ×3, meaning 3 times. So this was $500, give or take. Let's round to like $540 with tax. So if I didn't have, what's that, 1620, y'all could correct me down. If I didn't have 1620, at least 1620 in the bank, I'm not buying it. And then to keep me a little more financially responsible, I impose the ×5 rule sometimes. Now that means if I don't have, girl, that's like what, $5 grand? I'm not doing that. But if I couldn't buy it 5 times, if I didn't have the money, and not credit, no, if I don't have that amount in cash, then I can't afford it. I will not buy it. That is my rule for buying luxury items. And I think that it's a really good rule. I usually tell my friends, I tell, younger girls coming up behind me about my rule. And I think that that's why I really wanted to do this story time, because this bag here taught me that lesson. Like, if I can't buy it 3 to 5 times, I will not buy it. Now, I realized that I was very ignorant to finances, because there's things that I know now as an adult. Well, I was an adult then, but I was a young adult. There's things as a more mature lady that I do understand. Like, I didn't know about financing. I didn't know about layaway. Now, I probably didn't look like I was going to buy a couch, but no one, like my mom didn't tell me about that. And then no one in the store told me about that. Like, I could have financed the couch. I probably would have felt better and gotten so much more love out of this bag had I known about those type of things. But I know now I'm way more financially responsible now. Like, way more, and I know way more about life and things than I did then. But this bag set me, I like to credit this bag for setting me on that journey to know a lot more about finances myself and be a lot more responsible. So this is my story time on why I regret purchasing this bag. I don't know the name because I didn't care. Just like, I'll take that one. That's just what it was. If you've gotten to this point in this video, I want to thank you very much. If you're not subscribed, go ahead. Feel free to do so. Like this video, share this video. Helps out a lot. I totally appreciate you guys. Thank you so very much for watching. And if I don't catch you, you will catch me in the next one. Yeah. Leave your comments down below. I love to see you here. All right. Later.